birds here doing some yoga with us. Let's go ahead and start in mountain pose. No rush, just take your time as you prepare for your practice. Just eventually making your way up to standing. Perhaps standing with your feet about hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, just to create some good alignment in the lower half of the body and creating a strong foundation for yourself. Meanwhile, up top, just feel the lengthening in the spine. Gently roll your shoulders back. Let your shoulders relax as well. And your arms can just hang down by your side. You can even just give a little energy to them if you want by just turning your palms forward. For these first few moments of our practice, feel free to keep your eyes opened. You might just gaze forward or just downward towards the ground. Or you might just close your eyes and begin your journey inward. And that journey can begin with breath. Just slow, steady breaths to begin with. Just to get reacquainted with breathing. Perhaps ujjayi breath, creating that energetic feel. Ujjayi, the victorious breath. As we hold in stillness, just preparing for our practice, we're going to focus on a couple of things, mainly twists. So I've called this class Twists and Spins. Continue with your breathing. As you inhale, you might feel your breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, just draw navel inward towards your spine. Again, breathing in, just feel the lengthening in the spine, feeling a little taller, perhaps a little lighter up top, as breath expands your lungs and opens your heart. When you exhale, connect to your center, drawing navel inward, that light contraction of your abdominal muscles, the abdominal lock. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. Prepare your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. And just take your time. A nice reach, a good stretch here at the top. Then we'll exhale and fold forward. So a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. As you make your way down, perhaps touching your toes. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine. Feel like you're coming forward. And exhale, we'll go back down. And just hold briefly here. Experiencing perhaps a complete release through your back, your neck and shoulders. Notice your hamstrings. Add movement here if you'd like. Perhaps a little sway of your upper body, just left and right. More circles with the shoulders. Nod your head. Let's get ready to stand. So first, just shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees. Feel like you're going to sit down into a low chair. Look forward to help extend your spine. Then take your arms out to the side and we'll grow tall. Standing up, reaching into the air, extended mountain pose. Exhale, you can bring your hands together and down to your heart or arms down by your side. Just hold for a moment. Take a breath. And we'll go through that same sequence. Here we go. Inhale, sweeping arms out and up, reaching nice and high. Exhale, let's fold forward, soft knees, take your time. Again, you might touch your toes, but you don't have to go all the way down. Maybe your hands land at your shins or ankles. Inhale, slide your hands up your legs to help you extend your spine, then energy moving through the very top of your head. Exhale, let's fold again. Just a brief pause at the bottom, perhaps a complete release here at the bottom. Then a weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Look forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive and come all the way up, reaching into the air. And exhale, hands to heart or down by your side. Good, just hold, take a breath or two. We'll continue with our full sun salute. Going at your own pace. Whenever you're ready, inhale, extend your arms into the air. Again, feeling the lengthening through the sides of your body. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward, making your way down. Complete fold, complete release. Inhale, just rise up halfway. Long, flat back like a table. Exhale, fold and bend. Take your time. Coming all the way down until you can place your hands on your mat out in front of you. And just walk or step both of your feet back to the back end of your mat. Draw that straight line through the body. Plank pose, breathing in. And exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Our shortcut to downward facing dog. Just step into place, adjusting your feet and hands as you arrive in the pose. Just holding here. Feel free to hold in stillness or pedal the feet here. That's it. Yeah, rising high up on your tiptoes will help stretch through the toes and maybe the soles of your feet as the heels press down for that lengthening and stretch quality in the backs of your legs, particularly in your calves. Let's get ready to move, breathing in. As you exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or even hop both feet up to the top of the mat into forward fold. Inhale, let's extend the spine. Feel like you're coming forward, a little weight shift into your toes. Exhale, back down. Then a weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming all the way up. Reach high. Keep it moving. We're going to exhale into chair pose. Utkatasana, chair-like position. There we are. Good. Again, there's weight in the heels. You even feel like you're sitting back into a chair, but that chair is somewhere way back behind you. We maintain balance by extending out through the arms and, of course, our core connection. Let's breathe in. Then exhale, we'll dive out of the seat, back down towards toes. Here's forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension or monkey pose. Exhale, fold, bend, make your way down, hands to the mat. Walk, step, or hop both feet back into plank pose. Draw your straight line. As before, you can take that shortcut to down dog, or with an exhale, come down, finishing your push-up, bending the elbows, then maybe a cobra pose, or an inhale to an upward facing dog for your back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Just tuck your toes, lifting knees, then hips, right up into the air, adjusting hands and feet. And we'll continue with the lunge. You'll inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reaching back for the wall back there. Exhale, a step right foot up to the top of the mat for our first lunge. Once you've landed, turn left heel to the floor behind you. That weight shift back into the foot. Hands are light now, so we can inhale, rising up, reaching into the air. We'll hold this for a couple breaths. Keep that nice extension, reaching high. Same time, lunge low. Noticing what's happening in the legs. Front leg, we have a nice knee bend. Strong in the thigh. That left leg extends back behind us. With a mild twist, we have the hip flexor stretch. Let's breathe in. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Go ahead and step back into plank pose. Finishing your push-up perhaps, Chaturanga Dandasana. Or some variation of a flow here. You can still do that shortcut right into down dog, or flowing through into up dog, eventually into downward facing dog. Then inhale to extend left leg up into the air, and exhale, left foot steps up to the top of the mat, and right heel will turn to the floor so the whole foot's on the ground, extending the spine so we can easily hinge from hips, rising up. We'll hold again, lifting, reaching upward as we lunge. Left knee and toes here pointing directly forward. Tall, lifted torso facing mostly forward. That's what's going to create that lengthening quality through the right hip flexor. So we're going to breathe in and exhale, fold again, hands back down to the mat, back to our plank pose. Come down if you'd like, Chaturanga Dandasana. There, nice strength. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Arriving in the posture, we'll take a couple breaths here. And then gently set your knees onto the mat. We'll sit back briefly in hero, just a lengthening through the shins and tops of the feet and ankles, and then sit off to the side, swinging legs around to the front. Make sure you're sitting in the center of your mat. We'll take it down to the floor, lying on your back, drawing knees in. Just an opportunity to massage the back. Some movements here, even some movement through your feet. A couple breaths. And then we'll set feet onto the ground, ready for bridge pose. We'll inhale, filling up the lungs, exhale, empty the belly, and then lift hips right up into the air. As you're able, perhaps getting arms and shoulders a bit underneath you, squeezing shoulder blades together. Arms can stay straight and flat on the mat, or bend your elbows with fingertips reaching for the ceiling, pressing down into the ground with the backs of your arms. That will help to lift and stabilize upper body. Just feel that expansion in the whole front side of the body. Legs, hips, that belt line, the low belly, of course through the chest. It's a very active and strong pose, but there's also a lightness. You want to feel like the whole front side of your body is just floating up into the air. Take one more breath in and out. You might just wiggle the toes forward. We're just making space to get out of the pose. Extend your arms straight up into the air and then roll your way down. Nice soft landing. Once you have landed, let's draw knees into chest, rocking forward and back, eventually rocking up to seated so you can come to boat pose. Arriving in boat. Good energized feet. You can flex your feet or point your toes. Knees can be bent. You can certainly start straightening the legs if you like. Holding onto the legs or free the hands. Just as long as you're breathing deeply, feeling breath rise, once again, filling up the lungs, that lightness in the body, and of course the strength we create with the exhale. Feel the muscles engage. Okay, let's move. Breathing in like we're floating up into the sky. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back into plank pose. Let's just pause to draw that straight line. Take another shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, lift hips into the air. Step into place. Let's continue our lunge sequence with an inhale, extending right leg up. Let's go ahead and open this up. Bend your knee, bring your heel down towards backside, a lift of the knee. A little twist in the spine, a nice hip opener. Just check in to see if you can open up a little bit more, not forcing it. We're going to unwind here and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, light landing. Left heel planted into the earth. Feel strongly balanced, then rise up, warrior one. Let's make it flow as we exhale and open to warrior two. Make adjustments here. Again, right knee and toes pointing forward. Nice strong straight left leg. Tall up top, outstretched arms. Side angle pose, good, reaching forward. Angled upper body, rotate your arms. There we are. Arriving here in the pose, feel free to stay up high. You can stay just like this. Or with each breath, maybe you've made some space. You're getting a little lower, a little deeper, more sensation is created. Wonderful. Nice. Getting ready to move. We'll start with the inhale. Good. The exhale so we can turn and fold. Hands back down to the mat. Step back, plank pose, strong straight line. Hold for a moment. Just go ahead and take another shortcut to downward facing dog. You can certainly go through the full sequence as you'd like. And once you've arrived in down dog, make sure you step into place, feeling good, having arrived. Then inhale, extending left leg into the air. Reach strong. Bend the knee, bring your heel down towards backside. A simple lift of the knee will create that mild twist and hip opener. stay here, or maybe you can twist open a tiny bit more. And just notice that sensation. We'll unwind it now with an exhale. Step left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor. Ready for our warrior one. Rising when you're ready, reaching upward. Warrior one, in our exhale, opening up to a warrior two. Make those adjustments as needed. Nice. Side angle pose, reach out, rotate the arms. I love that you take your time and just really listen to the body as you make those transitions from pose to pose. Nice. We'll take a breath in. With our exhale to help us move, turn and fold. Hands back down to the ground, back to plank pose. You can take another shortcut to down dog, or feel free to go through a complete vinyasa. Coming down, perhaps to chaturanga dandasana. Create a back bend. And then downward facing dog. Feel that nice extended spine in down dog. Breathe in, filling up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in, walk, step or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, extending through the spine, long torso. Fold again on the exhale. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming up, reaching high. We're going to keep it moving again, right away into chair pose as we did before. But as you take your seat, bring hands to heart center this time. Okay, hold here for a moment to establish balance, good connection. We're going to twist our pose. You're going to inhale to feel a little bit more lengthening through the spine. Exhale, draw belly in, and a twist to your right side. Twisting to your right. It can be a mild twist, meaning you don't have to twist too far. And you might even be kind of in this high seat, where you can certainly sit lower, where your left elbow might come a little closer towards the right knee or thigh. There we are. Good. Just paying attention to the breath here. Even though you're in this twist, this rotation, there's still an extending quality, like your tailbone's reaching to the back edge of your mat, crown is reaching forward. Your exhale, just pull belly in. Let's take a breath in here. We're going to exhale, unwind, hands on thighs. Feel how everything comes back to neutral. And then stand up tall. Reach up into the air. Treat this like a nice stretch. Exhale right away back into chair pose. Hands to heart. High seat or low seat. Hands to heart center. Establish your balance, good connection. Breathing in, long spine. Exhale, draw belly in. Now a twist to your left. Mild if you want, staying there. Or as you continue to breathe and perhaps making more space, you might rotate a tiny bit more. Good, I like that. Staying up high, going down low. If you do go low, your right elbow might get a little closer to the left knee or thigh. Still feeling the extended quality as well as that engaging sensation with each exhale. Here we go. Breathe in first. We're going to move. Exhale, unwind. Hands on thighs. We're going to stand up again. Nice and tall. Reach up into the air. Another pause here at the top. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. Let's just come to a mountain pose. A little check-in with the body. Some movement. There you go. Some breath. Okay. Let's continue our flow. We'll inhale, reach into the air. And exhale, just fold forward. Back down towards toes. Inhale, extending through spine. Exhale, fold and bend. Hands to the mat, walk, step, or hop both feet back into plank pose. Come down if you'd like. Chaturanga dandasana. Again, just going at your own pace. You can take that shortcut if you need to. Okay. Upward facing dog if you're going through that full flow, or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice extended spine. Move when you're ready. Inhale, extend right leg up. Reach away, bend and twist. See if that can open up a bit more. Then unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Left heel turns to the ground, rising up. Exhale, opening warrior two. Right away, side angle, reaching forward, angled upper body. Rotate the arms. We're going to keep it moving. Reach high and low. Inhale. We're going to twist here. We're going to exhale, turn, so you can bring left hand to the floor or even bring in a block if you happen to have one nearby. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. That means all 10 toes will be pointing forward. We're going to swing the right arm out to the right side. That will influence the torso to turn or twist to the right side of the room. Now, you don't have to go too far in the rotation, just like we didn't have to go too far when we were in that chair pose when we twisted. Nice. Okay, let's breathe in. Exhale, let's bring the hands back down to the mat here. Pressure into the ground with the hands so you can slide the right foot back. Realigning. Chaturanga Dandasana or a shortcut or a variation of a flow of your choice. So we can arrive together in downward facing dog. Other side, when you're ready, inhale, left leg will extend up, bend and twist, twisting a bit more, open, unwind, stepping through, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel to the floor. Slowly rise, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Just a nice vinyasa flow here at your own pace. Side angle, reaching forward, rotating the arms, reaching high, reaching low. We'll inhale just to expand a bit more. Here comes our twist. Exhale, turn. So right hand will come down to the ground or bring in that block or even a stack of blocks. Rise up on your tiptoes behind you, just help align. I like using a block or something that helps lift me up a little bit, okay, and getting my torso a little higher than this left leg. Because as I extend the left arm out to left side, it just provides me a little bit more space to engage this rotation without feeling like I'm going to be trapped down too low by my own left leg. That's why I like to use a block. You can go as high as you want here. See if that changes things. Okay, we're breathing in. The exhale to return to the earth with both hands. Strongly pressing into the mat, slide left foot back. There's plank. Finishing your push-up as you'd like. Up dog or cobra. And downward facing dog. Okay, let's add a little dynamic element here. Okay, we're going to inhale, extend right leg up into the air. Bend and twist. Twist open a bit more as you're able. Stay here, or if you can, flip it over into wild thing. So the right foot comes down, you'll end up kind of turning around. You'll end up in a kind of a one-handed back bend with a twist, reaching into the air. Nice. Breathe in right where you are. Exhale, flip it back over, right hand down, right leg up into the air. We're going to pigeon from here. So bend the right knee, bring that knee down behind the right wrist. Of course, we're angling the leg. Left knee comes to the earth, so we can crawl that left leg back. So we can settle into the pose. Once you feel that you're in place, and inhale to help extend through the torso, and then advance forward, and you'll come downward. We'll settle here for a moment. You might just stay propped up on the forearms as I am at the moment. You can certainly bring the head down, and if it doesn't quite reach the floor, maybe bring in a block. So you can rest your forehead on your block, and what it does, at least for me, it helps keep the neck straight, the spine straight. Unless you're really, really close to the ground, your forehead might touch the ground without having to kind of dip the head down, if that makes sense. Feel free just to hold in stillness and let the body do what it will naturally do while you're in a pigeon pose. But you can certainly add some gentle movement here just to help, kind of get into the sensation a little bit more. Breath might certainly be a part of that movement, or it is the movement. Let's take 3 more breaths. Take your time. After that 3rd breath, you're going to slowly rise up. Maybe just propped up onto your hands, lifting upper body. Not too high. We'll still probably be at an angle out forward there, but you'll sit off to the right side. Okay? Just follow me, but stay right where you are. You're just going to sit off to the right. You don't have to change anything, but you're going to lean to the right to bring this left leg all the way around and step over right knee. Again, you don't have to change anything as far as your positioning. Maybe holding onto your shin here to sit up nice and tall. Okay, we are going to twist. You'll end up twisting back to your left. So you might even bring left hand back behind you onto the floor to help extend spine. We've done this before where we free up the right arm. Maybe just reach forward. Inhale. Allow yourself to grow tall as best as you can. Exhale, pull belly in. And see if you can kind of twist on your own to the left. And then we can hold or wrap the knee with the arm or bring this right elbow to the outside of the left knee here. Okay? Just so that we're creating that rotation with our own bodies, our own core system, without pulling ourselves into the posture. Two more breaths. Just slowly unwind. Maybe just facing mostly forward here. Take both hands, just lean back behind you so you can easily uncross the legs. Then you can adjust your seat so you're sitting more centered on your mat, and just come to a boat pose here. Okay. All right, we're going to take a little pause. Just bring the feet to the floor. You can come to cobbler's pose and just sit up for a moment. I'm going to demonstrate something that will come a little bit later. Okay, so we're going to eventually in our sequence we'll come back to this rotation. So I'm facing this way initially. Here's my twist. Okay, and I'm going to spin out of this posture. Okay, slowly though. So I obviously have to spin to the right, but I'm going to keep spinning until I'm facing the back of my mat. Okay, just basically I'll be in a down dog and I'll just adjust the feet here. Okay, and we'll take it into another flow. Okay, you'll end up facing the back of the room. We won't be there long. We'll be in a high lunge. What we'll do here is actually we'll be in the lunge for a second, kind of lift up out of it a bit, and then pivot, and then reface the other direction in a warrior one style. Okay, so this is high lunge, so that back heel is lifted, but I'll spin, and I'll be in a warrior one style. Okay, if that makes sense. So we'll end up facing forward again. Okay. So we're in our cobbler's pose. Let's just come back to boat for a moment. We're going to inhale, lift, exhale, cross, hands in front, hop or step back into plank, or even just hands to the side. So you can just step back into plank. You can take a shortcut to down dog or take a full sequence to down dog as you desire here. We'll do the other side. So an inhale to extend left leg up, bend and twist. Twist open a bit more, stay here, or flip the dog into wild thing. Plant both feet into the floor. That just gives you a good foundation. Of course, the right hand is pressing into the ground, reaching up into the air with left hand, lifting through the hips. You'll feel this twist. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind it, flip back over, left hand down, left leg up. We're going right into pigeon, so that left knee will come to the floor behind left wrist. Angle the leg, set the right knee down, and then we'll crawl back. Situate yourself into the pose. Then we'll extend through spine. With the breath in, exhale, crawl forward, and that naturally brings you downward. Same thing, that use of a block if you want, or forehead. See, for me, I'm up kind of high, so I brought my head down. It kind of rounds the back or neck a little bit, okay? And by using the block as a prop, it keeps the neck straight. So you can decide what you like to do there. Yeah, some nice deep breathing. And again, that might be the movement you create in your system, but you might even actually move parts of the body as you settle in, experience sensation. Let's take 3 more breaths. After the 3rd breath, really take your time. You don't have to move too quickly at all. Start to lift, use your hands, slowly rise. Just enough so that you can sit off to the left side, plant that hip. Keep leaning to the left so we can bring this right leg all the way around. We're stepping over, if you're able, stepping over that left knee. A little adjust in the seat there, holding onto the shin. Sitting up nice and tall. We want that extended spine. And that right hand behind you will also assist that extended spine. Okay, we're going to free up this left hand and arm. We're going to breathe in, get as tall as you can on your own. Exhale, pull belly in and twist on your own. That's the core work. Then, yes, you can hug the knee, just wrapping the arm around the knee or elbow to the outside of the knee. I think I'm just going to hug it right here. Or even just hold on to the knee with the hand. I think that's what I'll do. And as we engage all these twisting postures, just bring to mind what twisting poses help you with. What do they represent to you? Because they can mean so many things. Be a wringing out sensation, cleansing, healing. All right, just 2 more breaths. Slowly unwind, just face forward. Lean back with both hands, way back so you can uncross the legs. Here's where you can make your adjustment on the seat or on your mat. Boat pose. Okay, we're going to go through that sequence again, but we're going to add that spin, okay? So we're going to inhale, here we go, floating up. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side so you can get back to plank pose. Once in plank, just go ahead and take a shortcut to down dog. Okay, here we go. We're going to inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist, flip the dog or stay where you are. Okay, flip the dog into wild thing if you want. Okay, nice opening, breathing in, nice expansion. Exhale, flip it back over, right hand down, right leg up. Okay, pigeon, right knee behind right wrist, angled leg. Crawl left leg back. But let's stay high up in the pose. You might need to adjust your hands or reposition the hands a little bit more by your side to prop yourself up more to that back bend version. It could be angled like so or straight up and down just for breath. Softly, gently take a seat off to the right so we can bring that left leg around. Okay, stepping over that right knee, a little adjustment there for me. Tall spine, left hand behind you. Free up the right arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Hug. So engaging the twist. Okay, so for this transition, you're going to spin. I'll guide you, but we're going to spin and end up facing the back of the room. Okay, here we go. Breathe in first. Exhale, draw belly in, slowly unwind. Keep spinning all the way around to the right. Get your hands on the floor. Just going to spin up, lift that right knee, get on your toes, and just step into a down dog. Okay? Here you're going to extend left leg into the air, left leg. Okay? Left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays lifted. Find your center. Rising up, just like this. Holding for a second for the lunge. We're going to lift. Okay, and spin all the way around facing the front of the room, but you'll be in Warrior One. Okay, so that back heel will be on the floor just like a Warrior One. Okay, go ahead and open it to a Warrior Two. Okay, side angle, we'll just keep it moving here. Side angle. Nice opening, reach, expand, twist. Exhale, left hand to the floor or block. Rise up on tiptoes behind you. Right arm swings out to the side. Okay, yes, there's our twist. Hands on the floor, that left hand's on the floor or on the block. We're opening up for another breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. And just step back into down dog. So step that foot back onto the ground, hips into the sky. So that's part of our sequence. Let's do the other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist. Either stay here or flip the dog. Here's one of those little spins. Okay? Wild thing. Breathing in. Exhale, flip it back over. Left hand down, left leg up. Pigeon, left knee behind left wrist, angled leg. Right knee and toes on the floor, sitting back. Okay, King Pigeon version, so hands by your side. Press, lift the heart open. Do that lengthening and stretch through right hip flexor. Soften, sit off to left side. We'll swing right leg around, yes. Right foot over that left knee. Okay, nice long spine. We got the right hand behind us. You might even free up the left arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Yes, we're twisting to the right. Just checking in. Maybe we've created a little bit more mobility and flexibility through the sides of the body and hips. Okay. Okay, here comes that spin. Okay. So let's go ahead and release, unwind, keep turning. Get the hands somewhat behind you. Just lift that left knee, spin on your toes. Just kind of step into down dog on your mat. We'll take right leg up into the air, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Facing the back of the room, rising up. Okay, holding for a moment, nice little balancing act right here. We're going to lift up a little bit so we can spin to the front of the room into Warrior One. Okay, arms just stay up, you're just kind of spinning around Warrior One, and then open it to Warrior Two. You can adjust your feet if you need to. Here comes our side angle. Rotate the arms. Reach high and low as you inhale, and another twist. Exhale. Right hand to the floor or bring in that block. Tiptoes behind you. Long spine and left arm up in the air with a twist. Let's breathe in. Exhale, left hand returns to the floor. Back into down dog. Just slide the left foot back, both feet on the ground, hips in the air. Breathe in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Let's hold this fold for a moment so there's some release, especially after all those twists. And now our weight shift into the heels, bend your knees, inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up, reach high, lengthening to the sides of the body. Exhale, arms can come down by your side. Good deal. Yep, some movement, some release, deep breaths. Alrighty, good. Alright, let's keep adding on. We're going to add some more dynamics to this. Let's start with the chair pose with a twist. Here we go. We're going to inhale, reach into the sky. We, of course, did this earlier. Chair pose. As you take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Once in your seat, breathe in, long spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Still a mild twist is fine. A high or low seat. Hips are reaching to the back edge of your mat. Crown is forward. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind. And then fold. Coming down. Feel that release. Yes. All the way down. A spinal extension or monkey pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Just step both feet back, plank pose, just plank. Take a shortcut to down dog, bend knees, hips into the air. taking left leg into the sky, left leg, bend and twist, step it over, or wild thing. Flip it back over, left hand down, left leg up. Listen carefully, here's something new. Left knee is going to come around underneath you towards right elbow. Left knee towards right elbow, so another twist. Stay in the air, but just swing it over towards left wrist. Set it down, there's our pigeon. Set up, so right knee will come down, crawl back, hands by your side. King pigeon, pigeon variation, it's the back bend version. Nice and tall. Soften, relax, sit off to left side. Right leg comes around, step over. Same thing, okay? Nice and tall. Exhale, twist to your right. Yeah, there it is. Lots of left and right directions here. And we're unwinding, spinning all the way around. You're going to end up facing the back of the room again. Okay. Downward facing dog. Just to adjust your hands and feet. Right leg will go into the air. Right leg. Right foot to the top of the mat. High lunge. Nice and tall. So our right leg is forward. Rising up. Keep arms up. Just spin to the front of the room. Warrior one. Warrior two, side angle, reach high and low, revolve, twist, right hand to the floor, rise up on tiptoes, behind you, opens to the left. Left hand to the floor, step back, plank pose, here comes chaturanga. Up dog, and downward facing dog. With an exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, extend spine. Here's our fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, grow tall. Reach into the air. Return to chair. Chair pose. Hands to heart. Breathe in. Good extension through spine. Exhale, now a twist to your left. High seat or low seat, mild rotation is fine here. Just a long spine. Just in rotation, we're breathing in. Exhale, unwind, then slowly fold. Here comes monkey pose, we're extending through spine. Fold and bend, hands to the floor, just walk or step, both feet back, plank pose, high push-up position. We'll take a shortcut to down dog. We're going to take the right leg into the sky, bend and twist, flip it over if you'd like to wild thing. Nice opening there, breathe in, exhale, flip it back over, right hand down, right leg up. So here comes that new part, right knee towards left elbow for a core twist. Okay, then spin that right knee over towards right elbow, right wrist. Set the leg down for pigeons. So we can set that up. Left knee comes down, we crawl back. We do the king pigeon version. You don't have to come up too high, maybe an angled body, maybe that's perfect for you at this moment. Or that little back bend feel. Yes, soften, sit to the right. Left leg swings around, we're spinning there for our half Lord of the Fishes, which is this twist. Left hand behind you, feel tall in the spine. The exhale to twist to your left. Lots of breathing here to accompany all these rotations and kind of that rinsing out effect. Okay, we're going to unwind it, spin all the way around to the back of the mat. Come up onto your tiptoes, just step into down dog. Extend your left leg into the air, left foot into the air, left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Rising high, we'll be in the lunge for a second. Yes, facing the back of the room. We're lifting up a bit. Spin to the front of the room to a warrior one. Opening warrior two. Side angle. Reach high and low, breathe in. Exhale, left hand to the floor, rise up on tiptoes behind you, right arm out to the side so you can spin or twist to the right side of the room. You've got it, nice. Breathe in right here. Exhale, plant the hands, slide right foot back, straight line in the body, Chaturanga Dandasana. So we'll finish up our flow. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Gently set your knees onto the floor. We're going to child's pose. So you can take the knees wide, if you'd like, a little bit wider on the mat. And then sit back, yes. At first, this might be more of an active posture for the stretch and lengthening. So hips are reaching back towards your feet or towards the back edge of your mat. Arms extending forward. Again, you can use a block for a headrest if you'd like. And then you can certainly soften this up. Just relax. Head to the floor or a block. Arms can just kind of melt. Even reach behind you with your arms, creating embryo pose. So you're really allowing the arms and shoulders to relax. And just some slow, steady breaths. And since we're in this forward fold type of posture, exposing the back body, as you're able, take some deep breaths into back body. Really feel that expansion, just to encourage more of that opening and even extending quality through the spine and this forward fold sensation. Since we did a lot of back bends and twists. 2 more breaths. We're going to stay in our child's pose, but if you're in embryo, bring the arms out front again. Let's just get a little side stretch. Take both hands and kind of reach over towards your left corner of the mat or to the left edge of your mat. Really nice extension through the right arm. So you can feel that lengthening stretch quality through the right side of your body. At the same time, okay, as the right hand's reaching forward, like you're trying to crawl forward, your right hip is trying to reach to the back corner of your mat. And see if that helps create a little bit more length. Just a couple more breaths. And we'll slowly return to center, a little realignment there. Whenever you're ready, you can just take it to the other side. Yeah, nice reaching sensation, especially through that left arm, like it's just trying to crawl a little bit farther forward. Left hip reaching to the back corner of your mat. Breathing deeply here. Again, encouraging that expansion through the left side of your body. And 2 more breaths. You can return to center, soften, and eventually come up to hands and knees, adjusting your hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and just take cat and cow. Inhale to look up or forward, a little arch of the back, it's that back bend feel, that's cow. Exhale, round it out, cat. Okay, again, after all this twisting and spinning, let's get a little bit more unilateral as far as our motions. And some nice massage work through the spine and pelvis through this action. Let's finish this breath and take 2 more. Come back to stillness, and then sit back briefly in hero. Then off to the side, let's swing the legs around to the front. Let's first just take staff pose. So do extend the legs, maybe flex your feet, hands on the mat by your hips. Just press, just help you sit up tall, roll shoulders back. Again, just helping some realignment through the body. A couple breaths here, not too long. And return to cobbler's pose, that bound angle, so we can bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, holding onto the shins or ankles. This time, either stay up tall or maybe start to fold forward, hinging at the hips. You can certainly lower the chin, let the back round, and come down. Okay? Here, of course, working through the hips, inner thighs, and if the back is rounded here, through the entire back body. Again, just kind of complementing all of the twisting and spinning we did. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And slowly rise up, nice and tall in the spine. Keep leaning back so you can bring the knees together, lifting feet. Just one more boat pose, not too long, just help extend a little bit more fire in the body. So we can really experience this nice relaxation moment. So you can bring the heels down, adjusting so you're sitting in the center of your mat. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. You can hug knees into chest. And more massaging. Even through the feet and toes. Here, feel free to take happy baby pose or reclining cobbler's pose. So just one more hip opener. Either one of those poses or both, or some variation of a hip opener here. After 2 or 3 more breaths in your hip opener, you'll eventually just return to center, hugging the knees in, and take a twist. You might start by taking both knees over to the left as you extend your right arm off to the right. So a nice spinal twist here, not as active as our other twisting positions, hopefully a little bit more relaxed. Yeah. Couple more breaths. Taking your time. When you're ready to move, just return to center. Hold for a second to realign, and then taking knees over to the right, left arm to the left, spinal twist. Good, 2 more breaths. When you're ready to move, just return to center. Pause there, because we have a little bit more time. So if you'd like, you can certainly move right into Shavasana, completely relax, finishing your dynamic flow here. But if there's any other movements you'd like to add here, any other poses, feel free. Maybe Another back bend or hip opener, even an inverted posture. There you go. Just legs in the air or shoulder stand. Another back bend, whatever you like to do. Good. And when you do feel complete, just come down to Shavasana. So you're lying flat on the ground, legs out front, arms down by your side. Return to the awareness of your breath. Simply notice your breathing. And now with this awareness of breath, take 5 slow, steady breaths. Allowing breath to move through your entire body. Perhaps with your twisting practice, you're able to release and maybe open parts of self. And now this pranic energy, breath, can move into those newly opened spaces. As you're breathing in and out, feel movement return to your body. As that movement returns, slowly and carefully roll onto either side of your body, just briefly here in a nurturing pose. Continuing to take your time, move as slowly as you can, rise to a seated position. Once seated, just feel the re-extension of the spine, nice and tall. Your arms are just relaxed down by your side, hands can just rest in your lap or bring hands to heart center. And just take another breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste. Namaste.